It's been a year and a half since my initial review of the Framework laptop, and since then I've received countless questions from y'all about when we can expect certain upgrades. You've been asking for a matte screen, improved battery life, a larger form factor, dedicated graphics, and most notably, an AMD version. Well, Framework has finally delivered, answering all of these requests and more. Hey guys, CJ from Elevated Systems here, and I don't usually delve into the world of tech news and recaps. However, after catching Framework's keynote yesterday, my inbox has been flooded with inquiries about all the exciting announcements they dropped. Now, just to be clear, I'm not affiliated with the company in any official capacity, apart from being a part of the developer program. Nonetheless, I'm here to shed some light on the insights shared by Narav Patel during his keynote. So first, if you're not familiar with the fully modular and upgradable Framework laptop, you can check out my entire Framework playlist, which has all the reviews, upgrades, and development projects I've done. For those who know Framework, they're a company that develops and sells thin and light, fully modular, repairable, and upgradable laptops. They shipped their first Intel 11th gen laptops back in the summer of 2021 and delivered on their philosophy by launching a marketplace selling all the individual components, and fulfilled their promise of upgradability a year later with the release of the upgraded Intel 12th gen mainboards alongside the upgraded laptops. Now, 7 months later, Framework has announced the next generation of the Framework 13 with the launch of the Intel 13th gen version. Just like the 11th and 12th gen models, the 13th gen comes in 3 flavors, from the i5 1340p base model up to the i7 1370p professional model. You can see all the specs here, but the big takeaway is while the jump from the 11th gen Intel to the 12th gen was a big leap in performance, the difference between the 12th and 13th gen is more of a normal generation performance step, and the typical user won't see much, if any, difference in single core performance or power efficiency. So office work, web browsing, no big change, but for the power users, in some benchmarks, there's up to about a 20% boost in multi-core performance. The 13th gen are also launching for the same price as this 12th gen Framework did, and the 12th gen models have been discounted. And for current owners, Framework has again released the 13th gen mainboards alongside the upgraded laptops in the marketplace. Framework has also stuck with DDR4 memory for the 13th gen, and just like the new rigid top cover and hinges that were released with the 12th gen, Framework has added a new matte display and a new upgraded 61 watt-hour battery. The 13th gen laptops come with the new matte display, and the performance and professional models come with the upgraded battery. This is a great upgrade in my opinion. Unfortunately, for those who like the glossy display, there doesn't seem to be currently an option to choose it in the configurator, even for the DIY model. So while you can select which keyboard and bezel you want, there isn't an option for battery or display. The new matte display has all the same specs as the original display, same resolution, 3:2 aspect ratio, 1500:1 contrast ratio, 400 nits of brightness. The new battery has 11% better capacity, and Framework claims 20 to 30% better battery life with the 13th gen laptop. But of course, I'll be independently testing that. Now, just these few announcements were awesome. Framework has continued their promise of upgradability with 3 generations of the Framework 13 in under 2 years, and they've addressed customer requests with improvements that we've been asking for. But this was just the start, because in addition to the 13th gen model, Framework has also finally released an AMD Ryzen option. Yes, along with the 13th gen laptops, you can get an AMD Ryzen 7040 series 13-inch Framework laptop. Now, what exact Ryzen processor we're getting isn't exactly clear. As far as I know, the only officially announced 7040 series Ryzens are the H and HS series, which were supposed to release this month, but AMD has pushed that to next month. AMD has officially launched 3 new chips. The flagship Ryzen 9 7940HS has 8 cores, 16 threads, a 4 GHz base clock, 5.2 GHz boost clock, and integrated RDNA 3 GPU with 12 compute units. The Ryzen 7 7840HS has similar specs but lower clock speeds, and the Radeon 780M iGPU. The Ryzen 5 7640HS has 6 cores, 12 threads, a 4.3 GHz base clock, 5 GHz boost clock, and an iGPU with 8 compute units. Those are APUs for thin and light laptops, but still have TDPs of 35 to 45 watts. However, there has been lower powered 7040U series versions spotted in the wild that do have TDPs of 15 to 28 watts, which is in line with the Intel CPUs, but I guess we'll find out which exact Ryzens, hopefully soon, but definitely by Q3 this year, because I did pre-order the Performance Ryzen 7 mainboard to upgrade my Intel framework to an AMD framework, so be sure to get subscribed for that review. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind with the AMD mainboard. While it is the same exact form factor as the Intel mainboard, so should be a drop-in upgrade, the Ryzen 7040 series are DDR5 only as opposed to the DDR4 Intel boards. And while the 12th and 13th gen, and for all practical purposes, the 11th gen boards have 4 Thunderbolt 4 certified ports, the AMD board does not have Thunderbolt. Instead, it has 2 USB 4 expansion slots, 1 USB 3.2 with alt DisplayPort mode, and 1 with just USB 3.2 without DP. So while 2 USB 4 ports is plenty for most users, you will be more limited in your expansion card configuration, as the HDMI or DisplayPort cards won't work in the lower right slot. So now we have 3 generations of Intel mainboards and a Zen 4 with RDNA 3 graphics option, along with all the upgraded components. But framework wasn't done. They also announced a whole new 16-inch framework laptop, and although none of the specs for this laptop have been released yet, the most mind-blowing info that was released was the implementation of a modular expansion bay that allows for modular discrete graphics that'll be generationally upgradable. So in theory, you'll be able to get a framework laptop 16 with an RTX 4080 in a few years, upgrade to a 5000 or 6000 series card. Again, that's just an example. I have no idea what GPUs will or won't be available, but if framework is able to deliver the generational upgradability for discrete graphics like they have for generational mainboard upgrades, it'll be a huge game changer in the laptop space, exponentially bigger than what they've done with the Framework 13, in my opinion. Framework has already released specs and designs for the expansion bay and PCB, so developers like me can start creating PCIe expansions. There is already a dual M.2 expansion example, but you want a capture card, RAID controller, or SATA expansion, sound card, port expansions. Basically, from my cursory look at the schematics, there's a lot of PCIe devices that should theoretically be able to be adapted into this interface. I can't wait to start messing with this one. Another big change is there are 6 expansion card slots, 3 per side on the Framework 16. So it appears there is a new mainboard design, which makes sense, as the larger and thicker form factor will allow for more powerful processors and hopefully a bigger battery. Some of the things they did demo was the ability to rearrange or reconfigure the deck, adding or removing a numpad, moving the keyboard or trackpad to the left, right, or center. It also looks like a 16:10 aspect ratio display, but again, the laptop won't be available for pre-order until spring 2023, which is now officially, but as soon as it does hit the marketplace, I'll order one. What questions do you want answered in my AMD Framework 13 and Framework 16 reviews? Maybe putting the AMD AI engine to the test. Let me know in the comments, and to track my latest framework project and to help to support the channel, because, well, laptops are expensive, you can join me on Patreon, or just consider hitting that subscribe icon below. And of course, likes and shares are always appreciated.